sports for me is like my pastime interest, like football, MMA, basketball.
Yeah. Now the MMA for me is huge, which is why I'm excited for Kobe Covington versus Jorge Masvidal this weekend. What's that? 272? 271, 272?
I think it's 72. Oh, we're recording.
Yeah, we're recording.
But yeah, bro, to me, I think Masvidal's only chance is a knockout. Like a crazy, like just catching him with an overhand, like this crazy shot. Because I don't think he has anything on Kobe to like take him 5 rounds and win a decision.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's not a 3-round fight, it's a 5-round fight.
And Kobe got that cardio that.
Right.
We're just going right into it. What we hitting today? So I know you wanted to do some shoulders.
Yeah, we're doing the shoulder press, lat pull downs, we got push-ups.
Got you.
Bent over row.
Alright.
What else? We put something else in there.
Let me see. I put it all on True Coach. If you're a personal trainer or a fitness coach, you definitely want to use True Coach to program all your clients. Afterwards, we're going to try a little different. We're going to go with my boy Matthew Iglesias, and we're going to chop it up inside of the office, just catch up.
Talk about freedom. America, Trump.
Nobody can do it like me. Nobody.
A lot of people think it's all about just the weight and the amount of reps, but you can't forget about time under tension. Do about anywhere between 50 and 75% of your 1 rep max, and then do a 3-second eccentric. It's just as, or if not more, challenging than doing a set of 3 or 4 of your maximum amount of weight that you compress. Woo! So Matthew,
Yes, sir.
aside from your boy Jesus V, who's some of your favorite fitness creators?
My favorite?
And why?
My guy Gregor Gallagher, Kino Body. He's done, in my opinion, the best job in the fitness industry of marketing his brand. Like his branding, advertising, like everything is A+++++, right? And then secondly, like his programs is awesome. Like they're what I followed for a long time, and like they're efficient, they're easy to do, and they work.
Alright, so what you about to do right now?
We're about to hit this second set of shoulder press.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
So we about to do some lat pull down?
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's do it.
Yo, if you have not tried this grip, this thing is elite. It makes that regular bar, like, hold on, let me show you. Oh, this one right here. This bar is trash compared to that one. This is what I typically use, but Fitness Factory has this one. This thing is elite. If you haven't tried it, you gotta try it.
What's a tattoo person?
I just don't want tattoos. I don't know. Like for me,
Yeah,
I just wanna
I don't know, so yeah.
be clean.
I don't know. So what, you think a sleeve coming down here?
Yeah, definitely, bro.
Yeah.
You need the forearm.
Yeah.
And
right?
you need the back of the arm too.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing on the back.
Eventually.
And while you're at it, get a chest piece.
For some reason, I feel like my chest is sacred. Like I always want to see like that natural look on my chest.
Nah, I feel you. are some of the things that you didn't expect or know about like running a gym? Like now you're like, oh snap, like that's part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like things that you didn't expect about managing and running a gym.
Well, just human behavior. When it comes to gym etiquette, you're dealing with human beings, and people bring their home behavior wherever they go, whether you believe it or not. So if you ever heard the saying, how you do one thing is how you do everything, it's the same thing with people in the gyms. People that don't pick up after themselves at their house tend not to put their weights away. As a fitness manager, you want to make sure that the entire gym experience is like on 10.
When people have a bad experience,
Yeah.
they talk about it statistically.
Yeah.
I think the stat is when you have a bad experience, you tell an average of like 7 people.
Yeah.
But when you have a good experience, you tell an average of like 2 people.
Yeah, and people will only mention a good experience if they're asked.
Right.
But people will volunteer bad information.
Right. They're like, yo, make sure you don't do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you don't go to this.
That's one of my experiences, like being a fitness manager here. So you want to make sure that the experience is great for everybody. Not just gym bros, you know?
How about, do you have any client horror stories? Or like horror stories of like members of the gym?
I have to think. I'll leave that for the in-office talk, because we're going to do an in-office talking portion. All right, we're going to finish these lat pull downs and go straight to the next exercise.
Shout out to Barstool. Barstool fun.
Bend my knees a little bit, push my hips out, and then I'm pulling all the way down till I feel my lats engage. Pulling all the way down, locking out, pausing for a second, coming back in. And then we're going to do a few of these bad boys.
Why do you like these?
It's another way to target your lats. And I like the movement. Let's try that out. Try that out for size. Extend your arms a little, kind of lock your arms in place with just a little bit of a bend in your arms.
You had like a neutral grip though, right?
Yeah. So palms facing in, pull all the way down. So you feel it right there. Yeah. Pull all the way, pull all the way down. Yeah, you feel that right there. Nice. Good stuff.
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
It was good. I was feeling like, at first I was feeling like some tricep engagement a little bit. I was trying to like not like straight my arm out.
You don't want to lock out at the elbows. Yeah. That was good. All right, so I think that's going to be the last exercise for today. And I think we're just going to go in the office and have a little chat, chop it up, so you guys can get to know Matthew a little bit more on a personal and fitness level to see how he trains on his day-to-day life.
Let's go.
All right, that was a pretty good workout, right?
Yes, sir.
So, we're trying something a little bit different, a new segment. We're here in my office, the fitness manager office at Fitness Factory in Yonkers. So what I want to do is I want to have certain guests on the channel. We're going to work out with them, figure out what type of workouts they enjoy, what's their favorite workouts and why, and then get a little understanding and background on who they are. So I guess the best way to start with you, Matthew, is like how we met in the first place.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny you asked that, because on the way here I was thinking about it, and I was like, what exactly happened?
Yeah.
And like the details of it I was forgetting, but we met at Powerhouse. I think we met in the locker room or something. Like, do you remember the details of it?
Not the initial meeting, but I know we met at Powerhouse.
I think I saw you with the camera, and we just conversation just kind of struck up, you know?
Yeah, I do also remember a day where I was doing a collab video with Beth, the girl at Powerhouse, and you were there, and we had a chat there, and then we started just like chatting, and it kind of just like spawned from there.
Right.
Yeah. So why don't you give the people a little background on what you do, how old you are, because that's going to lead into one of my questions as well, and just like what started your fitness journey.
Right, so I'm 20 years old. Honestly, it's crazy to me to say that I'm 20 because I've been a teenager for so long, right? And now I'm not, I'm not a teenager. Like, I'm an adult, at least technically. But yeah, I do digital marketing, online advertising on Facebook and Google for businesses. And I've been doing that since I was 15. So when I was 15, I started learning about advertising and marketing and business and personal development, mindset, etc. And so since then, it's just been, building the bricks, laying the bricks every single day since then. And it's been an awesome journey and path. And I got into fitness initially. It's funny because I look back and when I first got into fitness, I was like, I was like fluffy, I wouldn't say I was fat, but I was definitely fluffy.
Gotcha.
I was a fluffy little.
Like skinny fat?
Yeah, like skinny fat, but maybe like a little worse than skinny fat. A little worse.
What they used to call big boned back in the day. Gotcha.
And so I started playing lacrosse and stuff, and then I got in the gym, and like I slowly was like learning and stuff, and then I lost a ton of weight. Like I lost like too much weight, and then I was skinny. So I was like, we'll call it fat. I was fat, and then I was skinny, and then when I was skinny, I started like in the gym. I got injured. I got like different like tendinitises and whatnot. But at the time, I didn't understand how to like rehab and and recover. So I took time off the gym, and then long story short, I'm saying a lot of shit. Long story short, I've been fat, skinny, athletic, and built.
Gotcha.
Those are the four physiques that I've been through.
What would you say sparked that initial interest?
Oh shit. Insecurity.
You know how we feel about insecurity.
Insecurity. I have a story. I have a specific. It's not a long story. I have a short story. One day I was in middle school.
Yeah.
I remember there was like this girl. I wasn't even interested in this girl, but like it was this girl that like we were like friends, and she came up to me. I think it was like during recess.
Yeah.
She was like, Matthew, like. You're cute, but like that stuff you got going on. She like pointed to my stomach. Wow. She was like, "That what you got going on down there? Like it just kills. It kills like your look." Damn, and I was like, in my head, I was like, "Damn."
Yeah.
And she even went like this, like she like lifted my shirt, and she like went like that, and I was like,
"Damn, yeah, that'll get him."
Yeah, so that was tough. So throughout middle school, I was like getting little like little fat jokes here and there, and then like. At home, little fat jokes here and there. So I was like, you know what? Fuck that. Like, I'm going to work on this shit. Like, so it was a massive insecurity in middle school. And so then, like, that's why I was like, you know what? I'm going to get fucking, like, skinny. So, like, I cut out, like, a bunch of shit. Like, it was a bad, unsustainable diet plan. But, when you're 14, you do what you...
Do the extreme.
You do the extreme. You do what you know. So, so yeah.
All right. So, I got some questions here for you. We'll go through them quickly, and then we'll play a little game to see what you prefer. So we covered why you started training. Now, if you had to say, because you are 20 years old, and when I met you, you were probably, what, 18?
No.
Younger?
Yeah.
Wow, it's been a while. So
yeah, well,
maybe like 17?
17. I was 17.
So 17, going on 18. Now, I know I wasn't training that young. What advice would you give to, like, spark interest into fitness for like other younger people, like especially like in that like 17 to 18 where you're still kind of getting over that awkward phase, you're still insecure, you're still not sure of yourself?
You know what I would say? I think what makes fitness so great is that you don't need an opportunity to get into it, right? So like let's say you have an interest in let's just say being a doctor, right? And
like there's no gatekeepers.
Right, like you have to go through medical school and residency and college and all these things to be able to get to that, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to fitness, you could just get on the floor, do push-ups, do sit-ups, do squats, you could literally get into it with nothing, right? So you don't need an opportunity. All you need is the mindset, the discipline, the consistency. So you can build yourself as a person
Yeah.
through it for no entrance. Like you
Nice.
can, all you need is to make a decision to get
Wow.
into fitness.
Yeah.
So you can build a lot of like your personal development, like
Yeah.
skills, and like your for the young men out there, like your factors as a man in fitness, I mean, for no cost. Like you don't have to pay anything. You don't have, except the time, energy, and commitment, which are going to translate to everything else you're ever going to do in your life.
Yeah.
Everything else you're ever going to do in your life is going to require commitment. It's going to require discipline. It's going to require you pushing through things that are tough. You know what I'm saying?
So when it comes to young people, so there's a lot of young people that come to this gym, Fitness Factory Yonkers, and I pay close attention. They kind of like dwindle around the gym. They'll kind of like touch something and they'll kind of like do like a half-ass set, and then they'll dwindle to something else. They're on their phone. They're not working out with intention or conviction.
Right.
So what do you say got you to get over your insecurity and actually either follow a program or actually like start training hard, like to actually reach a goal versus just kind of like going through the motions and just dwindling around the gym?
Right.
That's a big
Right.
key factor.
I would say two things. Like number one, there's the massive factor of like when you're like tired of your own shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think one of the biggest things in life is like your reality is a reflection of your standards, right? Like the standards that you have for yourself. Because one of the greatest quotes that I've ever heard from a man named Sam Ovens, is a brilliant guy. He said, "People don't reach like their highest aspirations; they fall to their lowest standards."
Wow.
So a lot of people when they go to the gym, like their standards are super low. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, they're insecure, they're not clear, they're confused on why they're there. They're just kind of there because maybe they feel like they have to or they should be, right? Yeah. And so one of the things that helped me to like not be that way is number one, being tired of my own shit and be like, yo, like I'm done with like my current condition. Like I'm done like being insecure. Like I want to change this. And then number two, like being inspired by and committed to a program. Like I think everybody that comes to a gym or really does anything, like you need a plan, right? Because where there's confusion, there is always going to be failure. Always going to be failure. So wherever you're confused, you're going to be inconsistent. You're not going to do it with full intensity. You're not going to do it with the same like energy that you would if you were clear. Gotcha. So one of the things that I did was I was watching fitness videos day and night. Form.
Like, share, subscribe.
Form, nutrition, the science, like workouts. Like I was just going all in on different channels and like I was just putting all the information in my brain so that when I got to the gym, I knew exactly what I was going to do, exactly why I was going to do it, and exactly what results I was looking to get from it. So, you know, get clear, get a plan, and set a new standard for yourself. Like to be like, yo, like I am tired of my current condition, and if you're not, then, you know, then be happy with where you are. But I'm sure if you're watching this video, you're not.
So, all right. So this is my last question, specifically catered to just young men in particular, because when I first started, I had to work out of my ego. Because even though I knew nothing, I acted as if I knew everything. And it took a long time for me to just be like inside of yourself, you know you have the ambition and drive to be something great, but you haven't put in all the work yet. So you feel like you're at the end goal, but bro, you're still at the starting line. You haven't done all the in-between shit. So like when I first started, I was talking and doing all these pumped up motivational videos like I'm some guru, and I wasn't even certified. I had just been working out for like 3 months, and I'm all right guys, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. We're doing 500 push-ups, and it's like, shut up. Like you're not an expert, like at all. And I wasn't. And if anyone would have told me differently, I would have been offended, I would have been angry, and I would have been stupid to feel that way because I was a noob. So what advice would you give to young men in particular to get out their own way and put their ego to the side so they can actually progress? Because that's a big obstacle for men. especially young men, is just their ego.
Right. What immediately comes to my mind though is getting around people who are like way ahead of you. Because like you'll get a reality check real quick that you really aren't shit, right? But that also requires you to make a decision that you aren't gonna like be offended, right? Because there are people that when they are around people who are higher level than them, they get insecure, and then when that person leaves, they're like, "Yo, that guy ain't shit. That guy's a phony. Yo, that guy, you know, like they'll talk a bunch of crap on it because because of how insecure it made them feel. The way they feel certain again is by putting down the other person. So like, you have to have the self-awareness to recognize and accept that, yo, like, you know what, like maybe I do have a little ego.
Gotcha.
Let me get around people who are actually deserve to feel confident. Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, ego and like, you know, arrogance is just fabricated confidence. You know, which is why I was thinking about this the other day. Which is why I think
Matt's got all the one-liners today, man. All right. I like that. Wait, say it again. Ego is just fabricated.
Ego is fabricated confidence. Like you just created the confidence, but you have nothing to feel confident about.
There's no foundation.
Right. So like
that was definitely me when I first started.
Right. So like
100%.
Like you'll see like powerful leaders, like they're confident because like they have things to be confident about. Okay. Right. Like when you put in the work, like you have that certainty about it. That's why they say, like, if you guys are into jiu-jitsu, they say, like, a black belt in jiu-jitsu never wants to fight anybody. Why? Because they don't need to prove anything. They know, they don't need to prove to you that they could choke you out or break your arm. They just know they can, so they're not like, oh, you know what, you want to fight?
Yeah,
there's
no need.
They're like, yo, they're like, relax.
Yeah.
Right? They have like you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing.
Got you. I just got a few more questions and then we're going to all right, so before I have like 3 questions. We're going to like what you prefer. So first, what's your favorite exercise and why?
My favorite exercise and why? I'm going to say overhead press, barbell overhead press. Okay. Because like
we did that today. Damn. All right.
I thought about it. But like when you get under the bar and just like it's just like an intense movement. You know what I'm saying? Like you just like explode the bar off your chest and overhead, and like you have like heavy weight on there. Like it's a very like
it's like a sense of conquering.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like you just feel like you're fucking getting after it. You know what I'm saying? Like we're doing overhead press.
Okay.
So I'll say that's up there. Incline bench is up there. I like doing like advanced push-ups, like we're talking about the archer. Yeah. There's like the fingers out, makes you feel like Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? So I would say those.
All right, so
pull-ups are good too, but I'm working on that.
So if you had to give up one for the rest of your life, which one would you give up? Lat pull down or bench press?
Oh my God, that's an easy question, bro. Yeah? Bro, I'm giving up lat pull down all day. That's not even a question, dude.
Guys always prefer the pressing.
100%.
That's good.
I mean, if you would have said like bench versus overhead press, that's a hard one. Yeah. Bench versus overhead press is a hard one, but I would probably give up bench.
Gotcha. For overhead press?
Yeah.
All right. Good. Why don't you give like one last bit of advice to people, because you've been training for a little while now. Yeah. So what piece of advice would you give specifically to someone who, whether they're young or not, who has the same insecurity that you were talking about earlier and wants to start their fitness journey and they don't even know where to start?
Right. So here's what I would say. Like I said, I followed a ton of different people. I've done different programs. I've been different physique types. I've been, light, scrawny. I've been, 210, and I've been 150. You know what I'm saying? What I would say is everybody has a different style. Everybody will always have something to say about what to do. And for the most part, there are people that are going to be wrong, but for the most part, there are a lot of different ways to go about training and to go about doing anything. But the best thing that I can tell you, especially in the modern day of social media, is just pick one person that you're going to listen to and listen to them like they are God telling you what to do. Here's why. Because
how do you know who to trust?
That's where you have to just follow them follow their content, learn, pick a couple different people that you really like, get their programs, and then you kind of have that innate sense.
Gotcha,
you know what I'm
gotcha.
saying, of who you like, who you trust. But when you pick them, like, commit to what they say. I heard a quote recently with this message, and it was saying, like, imagine you were like a robot, and this person was just inputting programs into your system.
Gotcha.
Just follow what they say, do it for 3 months, and if you don't like it, move on. The main thing is to be consistent to something that you think you can do consistently, right? A lot of people will be like, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go vegan," right? It's like, how long are you gonna go vegan for? I mean, I know someone who's been vegan for 20 plus years, but are you gonna be vegan for 20 plus years, right? Are you gonna be keto for 20 plus years? I mean, you could maybe do it for 3 months,
Something
but
sustainable.
right, do something sustainable and pick one person that you're just gonna listen to. And you're going to get their workout program, you're going to do their nutrition plan, and you're just going to go all in on this one person and not listen to anybody else. Not that anybody else is wrong, not that this person is always right. It's just, hey, I'm going to follow this guy or this girl. I'm going to follow them for 3 months, and if I like it, I'm just going to stick with them. And if I don't like it, I'm going to move on to the next person.
Got you.
That's what I would say. Be committed to one influencer, because if you already follow like 20 different people.
Yeah.
This person's going to say, lift heavy 3 times a week. This other person's going to say work out 6 days a week and do 1,000,000 reps. Both are right, but it's which one do you like and which one are you going to be consistent to.
Got you. And also make sure that whoever you follow is an example of what you're trying to achieve.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, if I'm trying to build lean muscle and grow, my person that you're mentioning is not going to be an ultra marathon runner. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great point. Like, someone could be an ultra marathon runner, and another person could be Brian Shaw.
Yeah.
Completely different. They're both awesome athletes, right? But one is...
And they're both giving good, correct advice, but for different reasons. Different outcomes.
Exactly. So you got to pick, what that's a great point. Like, what is the outcome you want, and who has that outcome?
Exactly.
Who has that? Maybe you want to be someone who deadlifts 800 pounds.
Yeah.
Maybe Jesus isn't the guy to talk to.
Yeah,
about
that's a fact.
Right?
That is a fact.
But maybe you want to have an epic physique. Maybe Jesus is the guy to talk to about that.
And also, my last thing to add to that, following people with credentials. That's also key too. Like for me, I'm certified with National Academy of Sports Medicine. That shows you that I put in the time, effort, and energy to actually learn about my craft. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just some gym bro just out here yapping to yap. This is good, man.
Yeah, this is fire.
I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this type of video where we're working out with the guests and then chopping it up a little bit after, let us know in the comments below. Definitely follow my guy Matthew. What is it? At Matthew Iglesias?
It's at the Matthew Iglesias. Be careful, there's a bunch of spam accounts out there. They will scam you if you let them. Don't.
I will make sure that we have the right Instagram here. Yeah, so definitely follow him. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, subscribe. Let us know your feedback in the comments below. And as always, until next time, your insecurities. Peace.